Ladies and gentlemen, as of the filming of this video, in Charlottesville, the Unite the Right rally is taking place, and there is a massive group of people who are far-right and white nationalists, and a massive group of people who are anti-racist, social justice activists, Black Lives Matter, whatever you want to call it, far-left activists, and they're fighting each other in the streets. Last night, there were tiki torches thrown at people, people were being beaten with these sticks, fights broke out, and sure enough today, same thing. Mace, bottles being thrown, water balloons full of paint being thrown at each other, and now I'm hearing that the police are trying to shut down the rally, saying it's unlawful, and the fighting is just escalating. So I had a lot of people asking me if I was going to go, and there's one really stupid reason why I didn't go. And it's because I have to move, okay? So this apartment, it's going away, and I've got to deal with so much ridiculous nonsense. Seriously, moving it sucks. It's really, really hard. It's expensive, and But you know what, man? Aside from that, this stuff's getting out of hand. You know, I don't want to be in the middle of this insanity. Yes, I will continue to report on this stuff, especially as it escalates. But look at what's happening right now. We saw people who are associated with, you know, the white nationalists, the far right, chanting, "Fuck you faggots," to the people on the left. The people on the left chanting that love has already won, as if going out and condemning people for their skin color is somehow not hateful, somehow that's love. But let's play a game. I want to play a game with you, okay? Let's take a few phrases. Blank is responsible for all of the world's wars. Blank controls the banks. Blank controls the mainstream media. Blank is controlling the institutions of our country, and it needs to be shut down, and we need to fight back against blank. Now, blank, what is that? Well, depending on the word you put there, you can join any one of many political extremists. So let's say your answer is patriarchy or men, right? Men are responsible for all of the world's wars. Men are controlling the banks. Men control the media. The patriarchy is controlling the institutions of our government. Congratulations, you are now feminist. But hold on, maybe feminism isn't right for you. Maybe you want to be associated with Occupy Wall Street. Well, then I got the perfect noun for that blank space, and that's the 1%. The 1% is responsible for all the wars. The 1% controls the media. The 1% is on top of the institutions that are controlling everything, and we need to fight back against the 1%. Maybe you're a conspiracy theorist. In which case, let's not use either of those. Let's use the Illuminati. The Illuminati controls the media. The Illuminati is controlling every government. They're controlling the banks. They're responsible for all of the world's wars. But you know what? Maybe conspiracy theory, that stuff, it's not good enough for you. Maybe you're a white nationalist, or a neo-Nazi, I should say. In which case, I got the perfect word, Jew. Jews control the media. Jews control the banks and are responsible for all the world's wars. But wait, maybe none of those things work for you. Maybe you're an intersectional feminist. In that case, how about we try white, hetero, cis-normative patriarchy? White, I can't even say it, but you get the point. You can take any one of these statements, insert a random identity, and join a group of political extremists, and there you go. You found your faction. But guess what? People do people stuff. There is more that makes us similar than there is that makes us different. So are we going to sit here and complain about the privileges of a certain group because that's the one trait we've identified out of all these people? Apparently so. If you take any one of these media moguls, any one of these bank CEOs, any one of these politicians, and you replace it with another random individual, guess what? You get the exact same thing. There was a movie. It's called, I think it's called Trading Places, with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. And you know, Eddie Murphy's this homeless guy and Dan Aykroyd's this, you know, Wall Street trader. And these rich guys make a bet where if they switch their positions, you know, it's a bet of nature versus nurture. Will the homeless guy remain this uncouth individual, or will it really make him a better person? And will Dan Aykroyd, this Wall Street trader, become a homeless vagrant? And the reality was their circumstances dictated what they were doing. The reality is, for the most part, when you put a person in a position, they'll be a person. They'll act predictably. They'll act, for the most part, kind of selfishly, I'd imagine. You know, there's a lot of people who do good things and are charitable, for sure, but people tend to do people stuff, and that means their first interest is protecting themselves, their friends, and their families. So when I see Charlottesville, it just frustrates me to no end. that one group is tired of being attacked by the other, and the other thinks they're being attacked. Both sides think they're being attacked by each other, and they're blaming each other for the problems. And you know what? When the white nationalists, when the alt-right goes out chanting, "Fuck you, faggots," they make it really, really easy for the far-left progressives to recruit people. But it's not done there, because when the far left creates art installations that say, "Fuck, kill white people," or "Fuck white people," when you have media organizations that are absolutely okay with shitting on people for being men or shitting on people for being white, you're making the far right recruit much more easily as well. Are there really differences between different races and genders and different identities? On a national average, on a global average, sure, you will see a deviation because different people do different things. And people who have things in common with each other might hang out with each other and adopt certain behaviors. But what do you think is going to happen when the media constantly attacks conservatives, when it constantly attacks white people, when Twitter allows people to say things like "kill white people" or "white people are the problem"? Twitter doesn't do anything about this. Well, these people who are pushed out are going to go and band together. And then we're going to see a massive uprising them in Charlottesville where they're angry and tired of being shit on. I asked one of these guys, why do you post these memes about the Jews, about SJWs and stuff? And I was like, you got to realize that these social media platforms might delete your account, might get rid of you. And this is what he said to me. "Yeah, I know, man, but I'm just sick of being attacked for being white." And there it is. People have feelings. No matter who you think is oppressing you, people have feelings, and they don't like being shunned. If you ostracize somebody, they will look for some kind of validation, and that means they will go and join a different faction. The left and the right, whatever you want to call it, the far-left progressives and the alt-right, whatever, they're getting further and further away from each other, and this is just the latest escalation in the identitarian political street battle war, whatever the hell you want to call it. Everybody thinks they're right. I don't know who's right. I know that everybody blames some group or another group. I know that everybody is so focused on pointing the finger at their enemy instead of solving their problems that they probably won't actually solve their problems. One of my friends, he's an activist, a progressive activist, told me, you know what it is, man? It's that people want to attack symbols of the things they feel oppress them. And there it is. Why do we see the communists smashing Starbucks windows or bank windows? Not because the bank or the Starbucks is actually doing anything to that individual. It's just people get angry, they feel like they're being oppressed, and so they single out a symbol. And the latest line of these symbols, right? For a while it was Starbucks, it was banks, but now it's the right. And to the right, it's the left. There's always been a divide between the right and the left, but these are the symbols each other is attacking. When people fight each other in the streets, when we see the alt-right in Charlottesville smacking or punching someone on the left, they don't know or care who that person is and what that person believes. And the same can be said for the left when they attack people on the right. When the bike lock basher in Berkeley smashed that dude over the head with a bike lock, he didn't know who that guy was. That guy was on his knees with his hands up. He did it anyway. Why? Because he felt vindicated. He felt emotional satisfaction attacking a symbol. Here's a person who is not on my side. He must be the enemy. I'm going to hit him. And a lot of people are showing up to these street battles not to solve any problems, but for emotional satisfaction. Well, guess what? None of it's going to solve anything, and it's only going to make the problem worse. So you know what? Until someone grabs these people and says, knock it off, and stops them, we're just going to keep seeing this over and over again. So here's my official statement. Y'all need to chill the fuck out. Calm down. Unfortunately, I don't think that's enough. Because people are still going to feel victimized. They're still going to blame some other group or faction, some other identity as being part of the problem. And they're going to demand justice. And they're saying, no, I will not back down. And both sides are doing just that. I've said this time and time again, whenever I do a video about this cultural civil war, that it's just going to escalate. Have I been wrong? No, I haven't. Because here we are looking at Charlottesville. So again, at the time of shooting this video, the rally, the police are saying shut it down. People are getting angry. Things are heating up. There's been some fights in the streets. So who knows what will happen by the time this video comes out. But I think what I'm going to do is a couple hours later after this video is published, maybe around 8 p.m., I'm going to do a live stream and have a long conversation with all of you about what's going on. And we'll just talk through this stuff, okay? We'll have a conversation, live stream, and we'll see where it goes. But let me know what you think. Look, I try not to be so angry when I do videos. I try to be calm and rational, but I'm just kind of, reaching my wit's end with this. I'm sick and tired of seeing people just point the finger at someone and say, because you're X, that's the problem. Because the truth is, we're all people, and we all tend to do the exact same things. Whether or not you want to believe me, I don't know. So comment below, let me know what you think. Oh God, I'm kind of just frustrated. So I apologize for a frustrated video, but it is what it is. Click the like button if you liked the video. We'll keep the conversation going. If you want to follow me, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Timcast, and you can support my work by going to timcast.com/donate and giving whatever you'd like. Once I finish moving, I'm hoping to set up the weekly live streams again. It's been a bit hectic because I've been having to deal with some stuff here. But I'm also going to start focusing on turning that into a podcast, and I've got some plans for this. And yes, I will be going on the ground. So the next big things that I'm trying to get to is another one of these free speech rallies happening in Boston, and there is a solar eclipse. My God, thank you, something not political. And I'm hoping to go to Carbondale, Illinois, to actually shoot a video of this amazing 40-year wait. We're finally going to see this solar eclipse. But I'll see you tomorrow.